Check, check, check. All right, here we are. We're live. It's Procreate Wednesday, y'all. Hope everyone's well. We'll just wait a couple of minutes for people to file in. And I'm not sure what we're doing today, honestly. If anyone has a cool idea, I think maybe we might do one idea that Evil Deadhead had was that we do cake stickers, because he couldn't find a cake sticker in the stream stickers. Which, by the way, Oh, and also I added new, there are new samples up in the Discord for all you musicians out there that are subbed. And those are from my Korg Electribe, which is a genius little device. It's a hardware synth slash groovebox slash MIDI sequencer. But here's some examples. Alright, they work. Very good. So that's just one example of an Electribe sound that you'll get if you're a sub. Those can be found in the Discord, which, by the way, is... Damn, y'all, I look rough today. I got this burn on my lip from this pasta the other day, and I got this red spot on my face. I'm fucking rough. Gotta get a shave, too. So yeah, we're gonna do... You know what? I gotta check this again. I'm gonna pull up the stream on my phone, because yesterday I did not, and the sound wasn't working when I got there. So now I gotta see. Alright, we're good. And apparently I have caps lock on. So we're good. Everyone get your coffee, get your water, get it whatever you need. We're gonna settle in and listen to some fire sounds. And you know what? I think I'm gonna turn the snowflakes off now. No more snowflakes. I'm gonna pull up some reference photos of cake here on my phone. Today's going to be a super chill stream. The cake idea is just an idea. We don't have to do that. We can veer off into any direction we really want. I kind of had this idea to use a, like have my emote as cake, like have it sliced in half and have it look like cake on the inside. But I don't know if that would really come across in like cartoon form. Because I kind of want it to be like sort of clip artish and not look like a real cake. So I don't know, maybe we'll just start doodling here. I have no idea. Damn, my mic is being really, really sensitive today. I think I might end up switching this mic for one that's not a condenser. Let me see if I can edit this really quick inside of live. Adjust this threshold up a little bit. And it won't be quite as sensitive, but I'll have to talk a little bit louder, and the start of my words might be cut off slightly. So I'll try to talk in a in a way that's good. That seems okay. Be a little more. Let's go with that. Yeah, I need to switch out that mic. Like my super awesome vocal recording mic. Not kind of overpowered for streaming. Let's do this cake thing. I don't know what we're doing. It's not what cake looks like, though. You know, it'd be funny if we used the drawing guide. And we used the perspective guide. Can I not see it? What's the deal here? Drawing guide is on. Oh, because I haven't created my vanishing points. I'm being silly. That and that, maybe. Do some, like, off-kilter cake. This is definitely going to end up not being cake anyway, so let's just go with it. You know what I forgot to do also? I forgot to smoke before we started. Get that smoke break. This is weird. Sometimes you can't get exactly on the line. Like I'm trying to draw. I have animation assist on, and I want to get right on that line. Kind of not. There we go. Sorry, not animation assist. Drawing assist. Kind of warm in here, y'all. This assisted drawing is really fun to play around with, especially if you don't know anything about perspective. Kind of like I have no idea what I'm doing, so this kind of makes it really easy to play around with different ideas. Hey, Jay Hunt, how you doing, man? Hey, Em. Everybody, welcome. Dumb Slick. Hey, everybody's here. This is great. So we're working on, we're making cake today, I think. This is the Evil Dead Head's idea. Big Sis, welcome. Yeah, I think we're trying to make a cake sticker. Like, you know how you have the stream stickers? And, oh, by the way, since you all just joined, there's a new sample pack in the Discord for subs. And those are a bunch of Electrab sounds, and I've replaced the channel point sounds with some examples of those if you want to try them out. And we're going to make a cake emote today, I think. Unless, I don't know, we might veer off in different directions. I've already been doing some other shit here. Just messing around with the perspective assist. Just kind of getting warmed up a little bit. Because it has been a minute now, at least, since I've done any Procreate. Yeah, we need a cake emote or a sticker. Because Evil Dead Head was he was looking for a cake sticker to slap on stream, and he could only find pie. And it was either it was sweet potato pie or pumpkin pie or something like that. But we need cake now. But it's also got to be like cartoony, like the other stickers that are the default stickers you can get. So I kind of had this idea to maybe make the tendril emote, my only emote, into when I get my second emote, that'll be a cake. It'll be like it'll slice into the TV, but then there's cake inside. That'll be fun. So yeah, I was messing with this. This will just be like a little sketch that we start off with to get the basic shape down. It's sort of like a slice of cake, but it's too rounded. Maybe this needs to be more. It's kind of the basic shape. It's definitely a cheese wedge at the moment. No, hang on. I'm gonna set this mic back the way it was before, because the I really need to get just a regular fucking streaming mic and not this condenser mic. Alright, so yeah, let's start with this. Let's turn the opacity down on this layer, and we'll just draw right over this. Actually, let's make it a little bit bigger. This is our cake. And at this point, we gotta figure out, like, I don't know, what flavor is our cake? What's the difference between the mics? So this mic is a condenser mic, and it's really sensitive, and I have it on a shock mount, but even, like, when I tap on my desk, the vibration, it's so sensitive that the vibration will go, like, through the floor, up into the mic stand, into the mic. Like, I'm just tapping on my table, and you hear that little, like, it's not even just the sound of the table hitting, but it's like a transient, like a click. And it's really sensitive, even when I'm just, like, placing the stylus down on the iPad screen, or doing, like, any finger gestures. And then the other mic I have is, I can't remember, it's just a Samson something or other. It's sort of like a SM58, but the Samson version. This is like a general mic, I'm not sure, like some sort of, I don't know mics. All I know is I wanted to get a really good one, and I consulted with a friend, and he's like, dude, if you want to record vocals, this is the one you want to get, so, or one of the, it's a Neumann. Neumanns are really good, apparently, but very sensitive. So let's go on this layer, and we're going to start with, we're going to decide, like, what color our frosting is going to be. What kind of cake is this? Is it like yellow cake with like vanilla frosting? Maybe it has more of like an orange frosting and then yellow cake. That's kind of what I'm feeling. It's going to be a little bit like wiggly. It's also going to have like some bits that like drip over the side. No, it kind of looks like pizza. It's like a big stack of pizza. How's everybody doing today? I'm sorry, I can't remember if I asked or not. I'm very high again. But it's good to be here with everyone today. Hope you're well. It's like a really drippy cake. And then maybe cake usually has like a layer in the middle with more frosting, or like some sort of, you know, this kind of deal. We can edit that later. Let's get the general shape of it down right now. Now let's start another layer. And this will be like the main body of the cake. I just got done jamming and just chilling with some coffee. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, let's get that coffee check. Fuck yeah. That reminded me. I also went ahead and put that peppermint tea in the coffee again. It's so good. Let's get that water check also. so if the body of our cake is like a more of a yellow vanilla cake. That's sort of the color, yeah. Something like that. Now we can turn off this other layer. I don't know, does it look like cake yet? Is there too much drip on the frosting? This is also like too square. Oops. All right, I'm gonna do this. If you want to fill in an area, you have to connect it. Yeah, can you all see my brush cursor? Okay, it is showing up. That's good. So let's fill that. I'm kind of getting there. It's sort of cake. Maybe it's actually too much down here. And it kind of does need now that sort of different colored outline. You know what? Let's combine these. Okay. And let's start a different one real quick. I'm just going to delete these things. I don't need these anymore, actually. Let's leave that. Let's try this again. Is anybody following along today? Em, are you out there? I think you're out there. No, you're just working and lurking. I know you said you'd like to follow along at lunchtime, so I hope you brought your iPad today. That looks slightly more cakey. I kind of like that a little better. Get these drips a little better. I really hope Evil Deadhead shows up, because this was kind of his idea. Big forms, big day, big week. Okay, we're rooting for you, Em. You got this. And then later you can make cake. Are you planning on streaming tonight? I've really been digging your Graham Hancock Magicians of the Gods streams. Those are fun. Did some work last night trying to get emotes and stuff sorted. Yes, emotes. We need pup emote. So probably more art for the stream tonight. Okay, great. Yeah, that's kind of what we're doing right now. We're kind of making maybe an emote. The Real McCoy Reacts. Thank you for the sub. And that was on... Oh, cool. You subbed on YouTube. Thank you. And if y'all are trying to find me on YouTube, there's, if you do exclamation socials, you find my link tree. My YouTube is not Phosphor Visual, it's Tendril. I had to change it because I got copyright strikes on my own music because my channel was Phosphor Visual and I posted my Tendril record on there, which is an audio-visual record. And I got a copyright notice. So I had to end up changing my name on YouTube to Tendril so the Tendril album could stay up there. And I would recommend that you go and check it out if you haven't seen it yet. It's called Structures Grace. And it's a 30-minute EP, and I did all the visuals via liquid light show with resin and oil and water. And in fact, the reason I chose the name Phosphor was because I sort of needed a VJ name back when I was only doing liquid light shows before I even had Resolume. And I went with Phosphor Visual as my visual moniker, or my VJ name, if you will, even though at that point, I didn't necessarily consider myself a VJ. Okay, so this is like a bunch of frosting. I don't know if I want this to be orange anymore, though. That's wild with what? Oh, what the heck? Perfect name for that, though. Good to see you, Coffee Tables. Coffee Table-ese. Is it Coffee Table-ese, or is it Coffee Tables E? I don't think I ever asked. I would think it's Coffee Tables E based on the capitalization. But Coffee Table-ese is also cool. It's like the language of coffee tables, maybe? All these little details probably don't matter so much because this is going to be either an emote or a sticker, so it won't be super huge. But I'm just in like a detail mood kind of today. Okay, but let's go to another layer, and we'll make the body of the cake. And then we might play with the color a little bit. It's missing an X because Twitch didn't like that. Oh, I gotcha. Coffee table sex. Right on. Can you turn it into pixies? What do you mean? Coffee table pixies? Or cake pixies? Okay, so let's do the body of our cake here. I need this layer to be behind that one. Okay, now turn this layer off. And let's make sure this yellow is connected here so we can fill it. Okay, now I'm not so sure about this orange, so let's mess around with the orange. Yeah, maybe it's more of like a... That's definitely a little more cakey. Now let's try... I want to give this a little bit of an outline, but I don't want to have to draw it, so what I might try and do... Let me catch up here. Oh, the emote thing. Can I turn it into pixies? Yeah, I guess I could. I was literally 14 when I used this as an AOL screen name. I was thinking of changing it to Coffee Teas. Coffee Teas. Okay, so what I'm going to try and do here is I want to duplicate this layer. And I'm going to use the one behind here. I'll change the color a little bit. And we'll figure out what kind of outline color we want to use. So it would be... You know what? Let's do the size first, actually. Make it a totally different color real quick, and then we will see what this does. This is a quick way to do an outline. I actually kind of like that green. Let's see. Maybe it just needs to be like either a darker or lighter yellow. Still getting used to these new features. It needs to be, yeah, sort of in there, like sort of orange. Maybe sort of more towards the red. So it's a nice bridge between this magenta and the yellow. And now we'll try and do the same thing to this layer. Just do a little outline by duplicating. We'll mess with the color real quick so we can see it better, and then we'll go and do this. I kind of only want it to be on the bottom there. It's too much. Almost as like a shadow. That works pretty well. I like that. Later we can go in and clean up some of the lines. So coffee table sex. Did you grow up in North Cal? Like, have you been out west your whole life? Is that your old stomping grounds? Yeah, let's get that hydration check, y'all. I really need to get a ring light, like a proper light, because this light is way too bright. Okay, so that's pretty good for like the body of the cake, right? So maybe let's think about if this cake has some, like, I don't know, strawberry stuck in the top of it or something like that. That would be cool. So we're gonna make a new layer. That'll be on top of everything. And maybe we'll go for red, sort of like that. Maybe, I don't know. I have no idea how this is gonna look yet, but maybe it's just like strawberries that are kind of like just jammed right in the top of this thing. That doesn't look right though. I think they wouldn't be like further in. Or maybe we need a different topping. What do y'all think? Because I don't know, does this sell as cake just by itself like that? I feel like maybe it needs more shit on it. I mean, it kind of looks like cake. Maybe we can try giving some texture to the frosting. Maybe it just has like one big old strawberry on it. But it would be kind of like, it would have some frosting like hugging it from underneath. And it would be like kind of sort of laying like that. But you wouldn't really see that. Well, yeah, be the outline of it, but that would be kind of like that. And you'd have like a nice little the leaf. Oh, this is some kind of strawberry shortcake, I guess. Clean this up a little bit. That doesn't look right. I just need it there to give the indication that there's kind of like sinking into it there. And maybe we'll just do this. Back here, this will have that little bit of outline. Oh, I need to put that in a separate layer now, though. Actually. No. I'm just taking this little bit of that purple line and I'm going to put it on its own layer. I'm going to go cut and paste. Now it's on its own layer and we could put it on top of this so it'll be separate from this other outline back here. Clean this up a little bit, kind of make these upper layers look like they're behind, or like they're dripping over the back side, and then kind of dripping down the edge of the cake. So yeah, kind of just, no, that's too much. Not like that. It looks a little weird, but whatever. Yeah, that doesn't look right at all. What the hell am I thinking? That needs to stay the way it was. More like that, and then we'll just erase some of this. Nope. Something like that is fine. Doesn't have to make total sense. It is cake after all. Maybe we'll do another layer here and do some detail on the strawberry. So we'll actually grab the red we had. Oops. And we'll make it a bit darker. And that'll be our, like, pretty cakey. Hey, Mario. In lurk mode, okay. Thanks, man. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. Oh, stretch. Thank you, M. Oh, good call. I haven't stretched once yet. Let's do some deep breathing, too. Do some diaphragm breathing. Okay, so cake. Go here and clean this up a little bit. These are a little bit more pointy. It's a little weird. Let's clean it up again by using the green. And then we'll put some little highlights on it. I think the strawberry needs more here. It's definitely cake. Let's go here really quick. Do a little bit of that. And I'll do... do that same thing we did before to make the shadow or outline. And just duplicate. Actually, hold on, let's reset that. Let's do freeform. Pretty good. And maybe we'll just make that, oops, more towards the red. Pretty subtle, but you get the idea. Okay. I gotta run use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back, y'all. Please enjoy the cake. Alright, we back. So yeah, other than doing like some little details, I don't really know what else to do to this cake. maybe we'll pause on that for a minute. And do that. Let's start a new thing. Maybe we'll do a custom brush shape again. This might be a little bit too complicated for a brush shape, but maybe we'll give it a shot. And I tend to go with a thicker line to start with. Let's see what we can get with this. Maybe we'll just use some little details on this one. And hold on, I'm going to rearrange these windows here really quick. Put Streamlabs over here. lurking emote support. Thank you. I think we might just use what we got right here. I might add a couple more details, but we're going to use this as another brush source. Oh, and it needs some editing here. Actually, I'm just going to turn my mic off for a little bit too. Squish TV, very good. Yeah, I'm going to switch out my mic after this stream. Okay, let's go with this. We're going to bounce this out and use it as a brush source. So we're going to go share, and we just need a JPEG. And we're going to save to photos, save image. Now we'll go into our brush editor. And we're going to go to our abstract brushes, because we're going to make one of those crazy brushes. And maybe we'll go to, pick one to use as a starting point. Do this one, duplicate that one. And right now it looks like this. like a weird skull shape. Or like a pumpkin shape. But we're going to go and put a new shape in. Fuck, I always do that. Okay. Import photo. Pick the photo, then hit done. You have to hit done twice. And then you get it. This could be a fun one. If we can get this, actually, let's leave this as it was. We'll start a new project. And we're going to make this like, I really have to go in and organize all these. Hey, Optic, what's going on, buddy? Mario says, how are you feeling today? I'm feeling pretty good today, actually. I haven't really experienced much pain at all this whole day. I have a couple of different ways that I can mitigate the pain now. I'm also seeing a specialist about it. They gave me a bunch of good exercises to do. Yo, could someone do the, thanks, Mario. Let's do the Optic command. Yo, we need to make a Mario command. I'll have to remember to do that off stream. Okay, so we're going to make a new canvas. I really need to organize my canvases. I have way too many here. And some of them are duplicates. But we're going to make like a 3,000 by 3,000. I'm going to go... that. And I do want to edit this brush a little bit. This could be really cool. Okay, so let's go to properties. I want to make the maximum size bigger. And let's go to the color dynamics. Get some nice color out of this. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, I want the color to be more intense, I think. I'm just going to bring my brightness up here a little bit on my iPad. Go back into the brush properties. Hey, Temple Sloth. Dude, everyone's a mod. It's just fun to have more badges. And yo, I don't think I have a Tempo Sloth command either yet. We gotta do that off stream. Or maybe one of the mods wants to do it for me. So anyone who's just joining us, actually let's see where we came from today. So we made a piece of cake earlier. This is what we made earlier. Because everything is cake now. And that's either gonna be some sort of emote or a sticker. But then we went and made a brush source from this. And we turned that into the brush that we're using right now over here. And I want to edit the brush a little more and get some more color out of it. Yeah, turn that saturation way up. I always love to crank the saturation up. You'd eat that. It does look tasty, right? Cartoons are so delicious looking. I need to kind of like something about the color and the outlines and how they just look all fluffy. Cartoons look fluffy to me. Okay, so let's go with this. Let's clear this layer. Tempo Sloth, how are you liking that machine after you've had it for like a couple weeks now? It's always really fun to have a totally new way of approaching an art form, especially like a new piece of gear. Loving it, awesome. Stuck between improvising and producing. Yeah, it gets to be, you have a couple different workflows you end up developing. At least that's what's happened to me over the past, 20 years I've been doing music and sound. And art too. Like right now I have sort of two really distinct Ableton workflows. And one is like the live set thing, which is all my MIDI instruments that I play in real time and loop. And then the other one is kind of like just editing audio and taking tracks and bouncing them down and just continually moving forward with a piece of audio. So a lot of my compositions now are like hybrids, so they start off as live loop things that are all MIDI, and then I go and bounce them and work on them more. Maybe this brush is a little bit too large now. Let's see. Right now we're trying to find the sort of appropriate brush stroke for this brush. Kind of like this. This almost looks like a morning glory flower. So maybe it doesn't need to be this big size. We'll do that. And then use the like that. But maybe it's a little bit too green. Maybe we can shift it to be more blue out here and green in the middle. Sounds like a great place. I'm really a lazy musician, so I always lean toward improvising and just making half pieces. Yeah, dude. I'm kind of lazy as it is too. Like, I don't know. Or at least I'm very stubborn. I kind of like know what works for me, and I just do that. So I am trying to open up more to other ways of producing, which Twitch has been huge for me on that. Like watching people like Brightside and Optic and 5 Star produce, and now Big Sis, who I just found. Go check out Big Sis. Do the sys command. Is that right? Yeah. Super technical. I think Big Sis is on the level of Mr. Bill in terms of knowing Ableton, like, through and through. Okay, let's see what else we can do with this now, because I really like this shape. Maybe we'll make a couple more brush strokes and see what other shapes we can kind of get out of this. There's usually a lot of different things you can extract from a brush like this. You kind of have to... It becomes almost like a Rorschach, where it's like, what does this look like? You kind of just keep making tons of brush strokes in different ways until you get the thing you're looking for. Pretty cool. I like this whole area down here, the way they're kind of overlapping each other. Hell yeah. Good one, Em. Tempo Sloth has made throat and mouth noises 1 time. That's great. Let's get that coffee and hydration check, and we'll do a bit of a stretch. More than that. Yeah, we're going to have eventually multiple commands for everyone. Yes, thank you, Em, for that wonderful command. Let's spam those those tempo sloth emotes. Do I have the emote wall on this one? Where's my emote wall? Dude. Okay, we're gonna have to add this right now, because that's like a critical part of the stream. I believe... Oh, do we have the stickers on this one too? I don't know. Let's add that. So there's our emotes. Emote wall. Which is the super awesome bouncy emote dealy. Yay. Okay. Yay, the new sounds. I will admit, I don't like the Electrap sounds quite as much as the Animogue, because Animogue is so unique, but Electrap is going to be fun too. So go get those. Those are up now in the subs-only Discord page, if you would like, because they will be up for the rest of the month, and then each month there'll be a new one. And a new set of sounds. I wanted to keep all the sounds, but they only let you do 5 at a time. But also, you know what, I have the, if you look below the stream, I'm not sure if it's working or not, but there's other sounds that you can use like 25 bits to play. But I've never actually looked at my own stream on stream through Streamlabs page, so I don't know if it's actually there in the panel. I think my preferred stream right now is to start beats and songs with beatbox, and then sprucing them up with the MK3 to show the potential progression and integration of beatbox and voice modulation. Yeah, dude. That's what it is. Like, the looping stuff for me is like, they're sketches, and they start at, they're how songs start. They're never like a finished thing, but you can go back and edit stuff and like rearrange and then get an arrangement down. That's really what it's been awesome for me. And also just jamming is so much fun. Like, I've always loved playing keys. Let's see, what can we do with this shape? I think we've kind of figured out what are the best. Actually, I kind of like this too. You know what? Let's go into our, pick a new layer, but we're going to go into our brushes again. We're going to duplicate this one. And then we're going to edit some of the rotation settings. Yeah, shape, rotation. Maybe we'll just rotate it all the way. Try that. We'll go to our new layer. Now we get crazy rotation out of it. These always end up looking like Nautilus shells. The scale locking feature, yeah, dude. So, like, I kind of have a story about that. Like, I hardly know any actual keyboard scales, but I have this thing here, which you may have seen on some of my Tendril TV streams, the Korg Electribe 2, and it has 16 pads, but they're laid out in 2 rows of 8, and it has that scale feature, which is awesome, and it's kind of how I learned the basic Phrygian scale, by like just playing that over and over on these pads. And by the way, the pads are an interesting way to play too, like, because you can do things that you can't really do on a keyboard, like you can stack octaves on top of one another, especially like if you have something like a launch pad. If you use the scale mode on that, use that as a MIDI controller, you basically can have one octave on top of the next. So to play an octave, you can use like two pads that are very close to each other, in fact, right on top of the other. And you can do like slides and things all around it. It's really fun. So it's not only just like you're not playing wrong notes, it's like a totally different surface that you're used to playing on. giant sounds. Giant sound. Oh, like fatter sounds. Or like fee fi fo fum giant sounds. So let's do another layer here. Let's keep playing around with this brush shape. Ooh, even now, like this kind of gives me like a scorpion vibe. Like this is a scorpion tail. And down here is like the rest of the... Make the brush slightly smaller. Yeah, I always go to the nautilus shape, like nautilus flower. But like, I really love how all these things, when they cross over each other, with these interference patterns, it really gives it that 3D kind of look. Maybe we'll just go with this. Maybe we'll try and make this for the next half hour. This will be the thing that we'll get a finished piece out of this, maybe. A lot of polyphony that I would never think to try on a keyboard. Yeah, for sure. And you can learn shapes, and then you can kind of, like maybe, you know, a major chord or a major triad. If you learn that shape, you can kind of just take that finger shape and move it to a different spot, and you get the same chord. Or a variation on the chord, but the same structure, same interval structure. Wow, look at that. You do bloom at 100% and burn all the way up, it kind of just hyper saturates and lightens up the whole thing. I really like this feature. Let's, before I do that though, I'm gonna go and duplicate this layer. You know, maybe we can even use some of these other layers in here and make them, just shrink them. Use them as other parts of this. Yeah, chord mode's great. And you could probably even make custom chords, right? They're definitely still exploring and trying to find a workflow that doesn't involve too many harsh accidents. Okay, yeah. Feel that. I wish I were more familiar with the machine software. I only really know Ableton though. But I'm thinking there's probably a lot of crossover. A lot of DAWs now are not necessarily copying, but taking a page out of Ableton's book and having that clip-based workflow. Get that smoke check, y'all. Take a quick little nip here. That coffee check. Ooh, this could be cool. This kind of reminds me of like these are feet, and then this is the body of the thing. Like it's like a parrot almost, like a parrot with a fat head. Maybe I even want to erase part of this back here, but actually that's kind of cool. Let's see, let's do this. Let's group these together. Let's transform them as one. Oops. Select the group, transform. We'll rotate a little bit. When you try to resize stuff, it gets really noisy. And now let us do what these other layers are. Hey, Tempo Sloth, thank you for the host, my man. Maybe we can use this layer as something else. Oops, wrong one. Reset. I need to select that. Maybe this is like the tail. I definitely get that vibe, like this is like a cute little cartoon, short, like round bird. And I'm actually going to go here. What I was going to do before when I duplicated these is I wanted one to remain as it was, and now I'm going to take this one and do the bloom. Give it a little bit, which kind of blurs it out. And then I might put this one on top of it. And actually I want to do the same on this layer. We'll do some bloom and just highlight it a bit. You say, I'm still debating switching to Ableton, but I really like machine layout. The takeaway is the tutorials and lessons for Ableton are 10,000 times more available. Yeah, the thing is, Ableton's been around for a lot longer, and there's a community surrounding it with a lot more people in it. And if you need an answer, there's like Ableton forums, and their technical support is actually, they're kind of slow, but usually they will find a solution to your problem. If you have crashing issues or whatever, you send them your crash reports. And I've had things where my Ableton was crashing because of a Max for Live plugin, and they were able to figure that out based on a crash report. That's pretty cool. And like, I'm not sure what sort of feature set really is available in Machine, but I would say that Ableton probably has a deeper feature set, and it's more, it's definitely more in-depth. Yeah, deeper, in-depth, that makes sense. Okay, so let's look at this, I'm going to go here, and I want to do a bloom on that layer. Still learning these new menus, bloom. Don't want it to be quite as bright, but sort of in there. Hey, Evil Deadhead, thank you for the host, my man. Were you here for the cake? We took your suggestion and we made some cartoon cake. Hey, gang. Good to see you, man. Hope you're well today. Money. So check this out. We're working on this right now, but we made cake. This is my my awful attempt at making cake. Hey, Dr. G, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream, sir. Do we have a Dr. G command yet? Can't remember. I can't keep track of all these commands. Can someone, does someone want to make a Dr. G command? Hey, M, can you make a Dr. G command for us? Please? That'll be fun. And let's, shout out Evil Deadhead. Oh, you know what? I need to add your link to that command. I'm gonna do that after stream. Pressure's on. You don't have to do it now. I can do it after stream. I just have to remember. Okay, so we got our cake. This is our cake. And Evil Deadhead, I think you would benefit from maybe watching the VOD of this if you were interested to look at how you can do some basic layering to get like a lot of mileage out of things. Like the outline for this is just a duplicate of the layer, and then I made it a little bit bigger and made it a different color. That's how I did these shadows and outlines. So stuff like that. Okay, so that's our cake. And thank you, Evil Deadhead, for the suggestion. Lurking and try not to procrastinate today. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's go into... So this, not that one, it was... that. No, let's do the bloom on this one, same way. Am I on the right layer? I always have to check if I'm on the right layer. Bloom. Layer. Turn it up. Turn the burn up. Do that, and then we're going to turn the opacity down a little bit. Oh wait, what's this? Okay. And then when you're in the layers here, if you double or two-finger touch on the layer, you get the opacity. And I want to just balance out this area over here. This. Somewhere in there. I used to do things similar when making emblems in Call of Duty. Nice. Okay, so let's see if we can give this bird a bit of an eyeball. Let's actually... Now we have everything in this one group. And let's go to our liquefy. And let's do expand. See what we can do here. Let's make the brush a lot bigger. And do something like that. Yeah. Actually, really like that. Looks like a watermelon. That's it. That's just freaking adorable. Don't procrastinate. Procrastinate scrub. Get up, get out, and do something. Yeah, dude. Oh, wait. You say, please delete if you hated Dr. G. Please don't hate me. Medical malpractice suits. That's a good one. I'm saying, like, Dr. G has probably the best story arc of any of the Grith Gang in terms of commands. And if you only knew Dr. G by the commands, you'd be able to, you'd know the backstory and you'd know the general vibe. It really is an entire, like, many seasons worth of dialogue and storyline could be written around those Dr. G commands. Okay, let's get a look at this from a bit further away. I think, like, as a general square, it works. It's balanced. Let's just take a look at it. Let's flip it horizontally first. Take a look at it like that. It looks pretty balanced. Not perfect. It definitely, I feel like it works better the other way, but maybe that's just because we've been looking at it that way the whole time. Dr. G is legend. Someone please take that idea, the Dr. G idea, and, like, write a sitcom around it or something. Or make a short film, or even a TV miniseries, perhaps. A daytime soap. Or a song. Yes, a song. Dude, yeah, that's all you. Tempo, you gotta do the Dr. G song. And if Dr. G is not subscribed to your channel, he should be. Him says, Tomo is story time on stream. Oh, tomorrow. Okay. I was like, what's Tomo? Yeah, tomorrow. Story time. So tomorrow is going to be, today's Wednesday? Yeah, so tomorrow's Thursday. I thought you were doing Sunday story time. Or is that different than Graham Hancock? Looks like I need to attend story time. I'm going to write a horror story, a short horror story. A girl gets murdered by a mad coworker. Thursday story time. That's actually a good, that's a good brand for your Thursday stream, man. Story time. Writing Thursday. Okay. Reading Sunday. So wait, you're going to be writing stories? But is it offensive? Offensive to who? Okay, so we got this dealie. But you know what, y'all? I think I have to use the restroom again. Lithbirth. Be right back. Someone with a speech impediment, I might not call it that. You have a speech impediment? No, you don't. Do you? Let's get that coffee check. Hydration check and quick stretch. I tried to talk slow on stream, but yeah, I have a stutter. You have a stutter? Wow, I don't think I've heard you ever stutter once. You're doing very well. Maybe we can play around with distort on the transform, get a little bit of a different shape. Hey! I might have to turn the volume on some of those down. Before I do that, I'm going to... Let's make a duplicate of this. Using this distort is a really good way to kind of dial in the perspective. Kind of think about maybe this bird is sitting on something. Maybe it's like a circular... You know what we did last time? Let's do this. When we did the solar flare geese. That was loud. Okay, I'm gonna have to edit the volume on those. That's why we're here. We're doing testing. So let's go. We'll make a new layer, and we'll put this layer behind this group. And let's go into our brushes. Space, and I have a bunch of these planets in here. These were made the same way you make any other brush. You just take any black and white image, and you can turn it into a stamp or a brush. So let's see. Let's go with one of these. We're on a new layer. Yeah, maybe this bird thing is like kind of chilling on a... Let's actually go that. I don't know, maybe this bird is just like hanging out. Oops. Like that. Definitely really like that eye, the way it stretched that out and made it look, all that texture. Looks like it's almost like an heirloom cherry tomato, or like some sort of circular watermelon. I don't know, y'all, this might be a finished piece. Maybe I'll do a little bit of highlighting on this eye here. Let's go back to, let's go to airbrushing. We'll go to soft brush. And we'll make this a new layer. We'll put it in here, in this group. soft brush. We're on white. Maybe we'll make this not white, but it'll be a little pink. Way too much. Gotta bring the brush size way down. Just give some little bit of highlight there. And maybe make the brush a little bigger, and we'll do a little bit here. That's nice. I like that. I think we have a finished piece. Let's do the last layer, which is somewhere in there. I think we'll do a quick I'll try bloom again. I'm really digging this bloom. There's also a bloom effect in Resolume, which I just found out is a giant CPU or GPU hog. When I turn that on, it's like the GPU just spikes. Hey sis, my feelings are like, ah, but my brain is like, sweet. Ooh, that's too much. Turn that all the way up. We'll bring the burn a bunch down. Even that's too much. I'll just use this as a little bit of balance. Because leaving it like that might be a little bit too dark in the central point on the planet. So maybe we'll just bring this up a little bit. And kind of use bloom as a brightness rather than going to brightness. Not bad. I think that's a pretty good. Pretty good for an hour's work or so. That was a beautiful interpretation. Where are we? We're at about almost 2 hours. So there's that, and then we did the cake earlier. This I want to go back and do a little bit more work on, I think, before I actually turn it into some sort of emote. Let's take a look at the other stuff I'm working on recently. I got really into thinking about making overlays recently, and some of these new overlays, you get to see a little bit of a preview here, but I made a bunch of stuff out of some textures I found from Metal Gear Solid and from Doom. But actually, these ones I made into, these are like sort of animations. I have these different layers here. A bunch of lights. And so I have all these blinky lights and stuff. I'll be using these on stream for Tendril TV. And by the way, I'm not sure if I'm going to come back this week with Tendril TV. I might take a few more weeks off of that and just continue doing the weekday streams so I can get more of these OBS scenes set up and then work my way back up to doing maybe a 3-hour show. So yeah, a bunch of stuff I got from Metal Gear Solid, which by the way is an awesome game for PlayStation 1. And I'm kind of just borrowing a lot of that and making edits to it. And I have also a lot of this Doom stuff. Was it here? No. Oh yeah, some of these stuff from the OG 1993 Doom. I just love how fucking pixelated everything is. It's like, it's so low res. This one is actually from Doom 64. The rest are from original Doom. And like some stuff like this. Just doing like really basic little animations of blinking lights and stuff are really fun. And I went back into like my archives and I've been pulling up a bunch of stuff. I'm going to add more of this kind of stuff to my my web store. Like this is a drawing I did back in like 2013 or 2014, I think. And some of my other older stuff like this. This is ink on glossy laminate. Actually, I gave a print of this one to Graham Hancock. So he has this one and another one. That was pretty fun. I got to meet him at Horizons Conference a couple years ago. Actually, that was back now in, wow, like 2014 probably. Around the same time as I did that drawing. And then I have some really old stuff, like this one's from around 2010. Back when I was really mostly doing black and white Sharpie work. Thanks, Em. Thanks, chum. And then, okay, this is also ink on laminate. Sharpie ink. Believe it or not, it's all Sharpie ink. Just thinned out a lot. My weirdo, like, squid guy. Some of the stuff we did in Mandelbulb a couple weeks ago. One's also up on the store right now. More Mandelbulb stuff. Evil Dead said he was really into this one, these skull gardens. Definitely get a skull vibe from that. Okay, so let's see who we can raid. Thanks, sis. I'm glad you like it. Was you talking about the squid one? Squid one is one of my favorites. Let's see who's on here. I'm gonna go. I actually have to go to the grocery store today and get some supplies for the next couple weeks. Let's see if we can find someone who's doing art to raid. Maybe we'll try and find someone who we've never raided before, who I don't even know about. Whoa, I'm looking at the Discover part of Twitch right now. I'm looking at the art of TK. Like some really sick shit here. I'm just gonna check this out. Gotta wait through the ad. Pixie's Creations, Ali Briggs, Miko Bites. I know Ali Briggs. Who's Miko Bites? Oh, I think this stream's gonna be in German, but I am gonna go follow that. The art of TK. Okay, so let's look up Miko Bites. Is Miko Bites on right now? Miko Bites. Miko is in Unfriended's chat. Everyone else is leather or woodworking. Oh, there's woodworking people. Cool. Okay, so yeah, let's do Miko Bites. So we're gonna raid. And thank you everyone for joining me today for I keep saying Mandelbulb. Procreate Wednesday. It doesn't have a catchy name. I need a more catchy name. Maybe it's going to be The Joy of Procreate with Bob Foss. But that's too long of a title. Thanks, Tempo. Appreciate you stopping by, man. And yeah, everyone in here, everyone in chat, everyone watching, everyone lurking, everyone interacting. I love all of you. I appreciate you. And thank you for joining me today. Twitch has been awesome ever since the beginning of quarantine, and I'm so grateful for all of you. Let's raid. Oops. Miko Bites. Go. Yes. Foss Creates. I like Foss Creates. Okay, so we're gonna raid. And once again, thank you everyone. See you on the other side. Let's go in there and drop a bunch of emotes and whatnot. Oops. There you go. I'll see you tomorrow for Ableton stuff. I think I'm going to work on the Optic collab tomorrow. And here we go.